Antonio Sosa owns and operates this small grocery with his parents, who immigrated from Mexico some 15 years ago.
When you're new to a business industry, I mean, you kind of have to figure out yourself how to run it.
Sosa works long hours and has transformed the store into something of a community center for local Hispanics.
There's some people that actually come here. They've asked for a little help on translations on some things. We can cash checks, fax papers.
But Sosa doesn't live in California or Texas. He serves a booming Hispanic population in tiny West Liberty, Iowa. This community of close to 4,000 represents a new wave of Midwest diversity. Many Latinos in Iowa originally came for jobs in agribusiness, but now are beginning businesses of their own, and they're adding an economic vitality to a state that could use it.
I would suggest to community look at this as an opportunity. Another issue that I hear all across the state of Iowa from employers is that there's a real concern about workforce shortage.
University of Iowa consultant Jeff Schott says towns that have welcomed Latinos reap economic dividends. West Liberty Mayor Chad Thomas agrees.
I think if we didn't have the Hispanic community here, we'd have a lot more empty businesses downtown.
And West Liberty is not alone. In counties across the state, Latinos make up 5% or more of the population, and they're re-energizing the communities they live in. It's the case in Storm Lake, where 1/3 of the residents are Hispanic.
When you look at other rural communities that struggle to keep their schools open, that have to consolidate school districts, that struggle to keep heads on the beds in their homes and things like that, we have a housing shortage. We have a growing school district.
In fact, some families have moved to West Liberty because of the diversity in its schools. It offers a dual language program for all 12 grades. Bilingual teachers teach in Spanish for half the day and in English the other half. Parents like Pamela Romero are thrilled to see their kids becoming proficient in 2 languages.
It's really good because right now they are both reading English and Spanish. They're writing English and Spanish, even the one that is in K.
They have friends from all backgrounds. We hear them playing. Sometimes they all switch to Spanish and speak to each other in Spanish, which is amazing.
West Liberty classrooms contain more Hispanic children than Caucasian. Across the state, the Latino population grew 82% in the last 10 years, and non-Hispanics increased by less than 2%. Even with those numbers, the Latino growth in Iowa is no recent trend. It started in the 1980s, when packing plants like Tyson Foods in Storm Lake recruited workers outside the state. Eventually, these workers brought their families, bringing even more growth. Now, second and third generations are starting their own businesses, boosting the state's economy once again. Augustine Quiros works with his parents in their tortilla shop. He's also getting a technical degree just in case the business doesn't make it, but he says he much prefers working with family.
It's a pleasure, actually, because I'm not working for someone else, so it's a lot better.
Town leaders with substantial Hispanic growth point out their communities are not bicultural utopias. Storm Lake has worked for decades figuring out how best to meet immigrant needs.
Has it come with challenges? Absolutely. Are there issues that we still deal with our diversity? Every day. Do the positives outweigh the negatives? By far.
As for the future, Chad Thomas says West Liberty simply sits on the front edge of a national trend.
I think 30, 40 years from now, we won't be that unique.
In the meantime, young entrepreneurs like Quiros and Sosa will work their dreams. Each have plans to expand and build their businesses.
I just hope it just gets better. I mean, who doesn't want to have their own family flourish, right?
On one level, it's simply the American dream playing out yet again. But this wave of diversity rolling through the Midwest carries enormous stakes, both for our country's economy and a new understanding of what it means to be a melting pot. Reporting in Iowa, Heather Sells, CBN News.